So, hello everyone. Welcome to my talk, what it's like to study with Linux. First, I would like to do some introduction. My name is Anežka Lábusová. Currently, I'm first-year student at the University of Defense in a cybersecurity program. I was first introduced to Linux in high school during my operating systems class, and not like even a year after that, I started using it daily. And also I am contributing to openSUSE with translations from English to Czech. First, I would like to start with high school and the challenges I faced. Like the biggest change was proprietary and Windows-only software used in some classes, which was like SolidWorks, for example, even though like FreeCAD exists, but at that time it wasn't so advanced. I could use it like a normal CAD system for me because I was used to something else from the SolidWorks. There were also problems during my final year with programming in C# because we did some WinForms applications, and that is like you have to use IDE Visual Studio, which doesn't run on Linux. So that was a little bit a problem for me because it was like a part of the final exams. Regarding final exams, there were some theoretical questions about Microsoft Office products like Word, Excel, and so on. Like even if you can use like LibreOffice, it couldn't prepare me for those questions and some light practical things during the exam. And also there were some problems with learning materials, which were usually in Microsoft Office file formats, because I can open it in LibreOffice, but there is sometimes problem with formatting. It just like makes total mess, which I have like later in the in my talk showed what can it do. Some positives. I have here, for example, Blender. Before the school started using Blender, they were using Cinema 4D. And because there was some problem with licensing, they choose to switch to Blender to open source alternative, which I think was a really great move. And regarding Blender on Linux, it was super easy to install. I just like wrote one command and it was installed. But my friends who use Windows, they have to like choose the right exe file to install it. Then, like for me, because I like networking and some, like Cisco switches and like this in my free time, I really found useful. Like there is screen command, and I didn't have to use some other graphical program for it, and just like write screen, the name of the interface, the network device was attached to it, and I had it right in my terminal, which was pretty useful when we were at some networking competition. I use terminal code terminator. And basically, I just like one window. I just make like four little terminals, and I could like see what everything was going on the switches, routers, and so on. So I could manage my team more effectively. And also school projects, because a lot of people in my high school didn't want to touch Linux. Like they were like, oh, it's too difficult. And because I was the one who like enjoyed working with Linux, the teachers basically sometimes came up to me with, "Oh my God, we want to do something like, I don't know, a small server with some easy application." So I just like did it and learned something in the process. I started like studying university a few months ago, and there are some challenges. As again, programming in C#, we also do WinForms applications, so that's like pretty inconvenient for me. I even had to buy a notebook with Windows because I have like exam in 14 days, and they want from us to have our own notebooks, so I have to buy a Linux notebook. And again, lecture materials are in Microsoft Office file formats, which is like more challenging right now than it was in high school. Here I have an example. It's from some lesson about analyzing of some URLs, and basically the text that you can see in like one column should be in those two windows. So I couldn't like read anything. When I went to ask for permission to use this slide with the teacher, we discussed what can we do about it, like so I can read it or any other person using Linux can have like some better experience. We found that basically the best thing you could do is take the presentation and export it to PDF file. But there is a problem that the person I consulted it with uses like notes in these presentation for students, and that would be lost in the PDF export. And regarding notes, I also had problem because there is like note, I can read it, but then in the middle, out of nowhere, it just like changes font, changes size of the letters, and basically I can't read the full note if it's too long. So it's like a little bit unfortunate for me. And some positives. First semester we were programming in C++, and those were just like console applications. So basically, my friends had to use large IDEs, and basically all I had to do was like open VS Code, write my program, then open terminal, basically like just compile it using G++ and run the executable, which could be made to one command. So I was like, I had it better than my friends. And when I said I'm studying cybersecurity, a lot of tools are made for Linux in this field. So they are easily available for me. Like just like in some repositories, I can install it, even if it's not a Kali Linux or something like this specialized operating systems. And I don't even sometimes use to some virtual machine with Kali Linux and just like do some light, I don't know, like forensic analysis on my laptop. Here's like some summary. Linux for studying works if you sorry, if you have like time for it to learn or just like enjoy troubleshooting, and I think it can be gradually better experience when you run some emulations and something like that, which I don't usually do because I'm too lazy to do it. And one of the biggest problem I see in general in some school system is licensing, because when I was talking to one of my teachers in high school, he said to me he wanted to install Linux on his laptop. And when I asked him why he didn't do it, he told me that basically some MS Office programs won't run there. And I was like, okay, you can use LibreOffice. And he was like, yeah, I can, but there's some license for the school, which I think it's like what stops like some wider Linux usage, because Microsoft issues some like license for schools. It's like some like cheaper, you can tell, and basically they know it will get back. They will get back the money because corporations then buy it and using them in the daily use. So it's like for me the biggest problem. We can like use Linux normally, but the licensing and the people are more familiar with Microsoft and their products. So this is the end. And if you have some questions, you can ask me right now.
Are you finding the web versions of the Microsoft products easy enough to translate into your Linux environment?
Yeah, surely, but some functions are not in the web browser, unfortunately. But when we do some group projects right now, everyone uses it in the web browser. So it's like even better teamwork. And regarding of the operating system, we just like write some, I don't know, few pages of some text they want from us, and it's okay.
Yeah. For example, in my case, at SUSE, we are an open source company, and in the past we were using Microsoft Office as official tool. Now we switched to Google, not open source either. But with the geeks, the developers that are mostly here in this conference, we survive with the web versions, but because we are not using Word, Excel, or Google tools that much, so we don't really care, and we can open the presentations, we can do an easy presentation, but those challenges that you find in university, you find them even in an open source company as well.
Yeah, thanks.
I share very much your frustration with studies and Linux, but to be honest, one of the practical things I see as problem is that you have so much variety of distributions and stuff, and do you see, like, what is the possible solution to this? Could there be like official distribution supported or endorsed by the university, or do you think letting everybody pick his own could work in practice?
Yeah, I think it could probably, but there would be a problem with the people or some support from the university side, I think. But I am studying like in IT and cybersecurity, so I think like there are people where I can come to them and ask for some advice. But I know that a lot of people are not studying this field or don't like have those people to come to. So basically, maybe some recommendations could be made for distros that are more community, they're like have a better community to ask questions and troubleshoot some things.
Last question.
What do you think we could do to push for better support for open source software in education?
Like maybe introduce Linux to more people and show them that it's not hard to use at this moment. I think it's like, it just works, most of the distros, so it's just not like some scary thing nowadays for me. It's just like, if you need to just like use, I don't know, web browser and, I don't know, play some videos and such things, you can use it like normally, like a Windows computer. I don't see a much difference between it. Like I said, I bought a Windows computer a while ago, and like the biggest difference I see is like there is like an advertisement popping that I think McAfee is like at 70% discount, and it's like the biggest difference I see. No annoying advertisements in Linux.
Thank you very much, Anežka.
There is a question.
The last one? Okay, this is the last one, because we are a little bit over time.
I'm sorry, just no question, just a reminder that there are other tools available for handling Microsoft Document on Linux, like WPS Office or OnlyOffice, which are better handling the Microsoft Office documents as they are working natively on this format. So this might be an option as well.
Yeah, okay, thanks.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.